Hey, Pessimism and Pop-Tart fans, it's Sophia here. Hey, I'm sorry we haven't posted in a little while. We have a bunch of episodes now coming out. I think 5 episodes in this series, so that's pretty exciting, right? Just really happy to be back on air. Sorry about the delay. It's going to sound crazy after listening to this show, right? But life has been good. I mean, don't get me wrong. We kick off this episode talking about, two people that passed in our family, but it kind of gets better. I mean, I'm living my life now and doing well. Sandra's doing great. Her and her boyfriend. I got fucking married. If that's not weird. Can you believe I got married? And I didn't even have to pay her. It was weird. Well, I mean, I guess I did there was a wedding, but I had to pay for that. But anyway, not the point. We're back. We love you guys. We recorded a whole bunch of stuff while we were on hiatus. I've just been, working my job and spending time with my new wife. So I haven't had a lot of time for audio production, but we've finally been married just long enough where my wife's like, you should go somewhere downstairs to your office and do the audio things. I would just like to hear you in a podcast for a couple hours if that's great. But she is on an episode coming up soon. And so speaking of that backlog of content here, this particular series was recorded before I came out as Sophia, so you're going to hear my sister refer to me as my dead name, Ryan, and that's fine. It was recorded before, and I'm still putting all the stuff out. I'm not upset about that, so it was good recordings. My son's on here, Josh, so it works out pretty good. I hope you guys enjoy everything. I missed you guys so much, and it's so great to be back. Enjoy this episode. You ready for the cold open?
Yep.
All right, we just let it play.
Lily, is that you? How is that not such a great open? Hey, welcome back to another great episode of Pessimism.
And Pop-Tarts.
And we are back and in your lives, and you're welcome for the fucking blessing.
That's right.
We knew it was a blessing for you, but that's why we keep coming into your lives. It's you know what, really, it's all about me, as the song goes. But it was important anyway. Oh, that was professional. Could you just keep that up? That would be great.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Are you, though? Are you? Anyway, again, welcome back. We are kicked off now officially in season 2, which is pretty fucking awesome. Where I have promised I'm not going to swear anymore because we are going to get that clean rating on those podcast apps. iTunes calls us...
You say that, but what about me?
iTunes calls us dirty whores. Or maybe that was just me and that was a comment from my ex-girlfriend. Well, I got awkward. Anyway, so we're back though. Oh, and guess what? Thank you, Sandra, so much because we finally got the merch fucking up and going, didn't we? We finally got the merch. And right now, you can go to our website, pessimismandpoptarts.com, and check out our store where we have lovely options, such as a lovely unisex hoodie or a woman's hoodie. You may ask, is there a man's hoodie? No, there's fucking not. That's what unisex is for. Shut the fuck up. But that woman's hoodie is fucking plush as shit. It's really nice. I'm going to order me 10 of them. Anyway, what else do we got in there? Oh, we got t-shirts. We got bumper stickers. We got all kinds of stuff. We're going to add some more stuff.
Tote bags don't.
Oh my God, the 100% organic tote bag for you bougie fucking bitches. And also, don't forget, if you go to patreon.com/pessimism and Pop-Tarts and sign up for our Patreon, you, after 3 months, even at the tent camper level of $5, you get an MFing bumper sticker. So it's just shipped to you for free because we're like, all right, you can slap it right on the side of your tent to show your pride. If you sign up for the trailer camper level at $10 a month after 3 months, you get a free fucking t-shirt. Or if you're a bougie bitch with all that RV money, after 3 months, we send you an NPR approved organic free range tote bag. Okay, some of that shit was made up, but it really is an organic tote bag, which is pretty fucking cool, right? So anyway, you get that. And if you sign up today, like our really awesome listeners,
Peter, Terry.
You forgot one. There's
I
got to
did.
be. Give me 3.
Terry, Max, and Peter.
Terry, Max, and Peter. Okay. Oh, yeah. And if you sign up on Patreon, obviously we shout you out. Well, you're randomly selected, not like at the airport for additional screening, but it's more positive. You don't get a finger in the ass unless you really, really like donate on top of the RV level. And then maybe we can work something out. But anyway.
Are you sure that's not more positive?
Well, that's why you got to pay extra.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I don't know. Some people want the finger in the ass, so I mean.
Yeah, they pay extra for it. Just throwing that out there. Oh, shit. So we are working on our wonderful, what is today? Oh, Father's Day at the Department of Corrections. This was originally going to be 2 separate episodes.
Yeah.
But we decided to roll it into one. And by we, I mean, I just changed the schedule unilaterally and was just like, hey, Sandra, guess what we're doing? We're rolling this shit into one. And she's like, whatever. Just tell me when I got to show up. Just feed me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And speaking of which, my son will be bringing us Spanky's Pizza soon. Shout out to Spanky's Pizza. Not a paid sponsor, much like Fiji. But we love them all. So before we jump into the Father's Day at the Department of Corrections, Sandra, would you want to catch us up on what's been going on in your life?
In my life? Oh, God.
Yeah, you've been doing things, right?
Been doing a lot of artsy stuff. It's October, so I'm
Not making logos for merch.
Listen. It's October, so I'm making decorations for my yard. I had a styrofoam form from art college that I had to build for an assignment to put in the vacuum press with bendable plywood. And that's how I made a chair. It's sort of a barrel-shaped chair. Regardless, I have the chair, but I also still have the styrofoam form that is the size of a whiskey barrel. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this styrofoam? Mom told me for a couple of years, get it out of my garage. But because I'm Dutch as hell, I don't want to throw it away. Because I spent it's like, so there's fiberglass insulation you can put between the studs of your wall, or there's the thick, dense polystyrene styrofoam, and that's what this is. That it's supposed to be water resistant and all that. It's what you might put in like a cabin or a barn. And so I purchased top quality materials to make this form, and so it's basically a half, well, I guess horseshoe shaped form, and then it's just like a tower and of styrofoam. But I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with all this styrofoam that I put together? And so I finally brought it to my house, and then I went into my attic for a while, and
Your boyfriend must love you for all this.
oh yeah, and I was like, they're already kind of headstone shaped.
Whiskey barrels often are.
all of these layers. So I was like, if I take all the layers back apart and I shape them a little bit better, I was like, I can make headstones out of these for Halloween and put them in my front yard and be extra festive because I don't have enough crap out there already. So yeah, on this episode, to get to the fucking point, that's what I've been up to, is making Halloween decorations and getting them out in the yard. But it's been raining a lot, so it seems every time I try to get out there to do something and work on things, it starts raining, and I'm like, so probably by the time Halloween gets here, I'll finally have everything done just in time to put it away. So
I was thinking Thanksgiving, but sure. Okay. And I love how you say that because like the backdrop around you is just dreary weather behind you.
yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, it all sounds pretty miserable. And thank you, by the way, for stating a holiday during recording. So now I got to hurry up and get this episode out or it's not going to be timely or relevant.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. You're supposed to be like, wow, can you believe this weather? It is extra hot/cold. And then I just edit out whichever one depending on what time of year I release the episode. Oh, that's Grandma's phone. That's Maybe she wants to be on the podcast.
Oh my God.
We didn't. I don't remember if we talked about that. Oh, we talked about that a little bit on Disarray, part D, which is on the members feed. By the time this episode comes out, but we didn't really talk about the drama that happened that caused us to end recording season 1 and move on to season 2. Lots of death.
Yeah.
I know. Listeners of the show are shocked that people in our family died. Actually, what you're probably more shocked by was that there's people left to die. But yeah, so our grandmother passed away.
Yep.
May her memory be eternal. That was, threw a wrench into life.
It sure did.
Moved things around a lot. It got me to move.
Not the death, her illness.
Her illness did.
Because she was sick for quite a while.
Yeah.
But it never really got worse. But it also never really got better.
No.
And she was just kind of in this. I mean, she's always been a tough cookie. You know, she broke her neck, bounced back to the best of her ability. Broke her neck and bounced back. She's still mowing her own lawn, getting her own groceries, taking care of her adult children.
Yeah. And before anyone says, why would you guys allow that? It's because none of us want to high heel up our ass.
Correct.
She'll still whip your ass with a broken neck.
Yeah. Yep.
Very angry Swedish lady.
You're not kidding.
So but I came out here in December 22. So as soon as basically grandma got sick, we stopped recording for the most part. And I was out here helping grandma, and my son moved with me. And when I wasn't helping grandma, I was on the road for work, traveling. And I get back into that, and it was just, and then towards the end too, it was all hospice stuff for weeks. And that was a long time not to sleep. Mm-hmm. She passed the day before Easter.
Yep.
Which is kind of weird because she's really split the uprights on that, because my birthday was Easter this year and our brother David's was on Friday. But she also said she was going to be with grandpa before Easter because he had passed before. So she was like, I'm not dying on either one of your birthday, and I'm going to see Bill before Easter. And she called her shot, man.
Yeah,
she split the uprights.
Sure did.
Because it would have wrecked David if she passed on his birthday.
Yeah.
He would have taken that personally.
Yep.
And she passed the day before Easter, which made for an awkward Easter dinner. Because your mom was still like, you still need to come out to Aunt Jeanette's. It'll just be such a lovely time. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm in a festive mood.
Uh-huh.
I'm ready to celebrate the resurrection while I escort the local funeral home to take grandma's body out. Yeah, that's the time I'm thinking about resurrection. But I didn't cuss a single person out. I thought I was really well behaved for me.
Yep.
I was just well behaved there, actually. I was pretty tame. I'm being serious. Why are you looking at me like that? I was like well behaved. It was like the most I've ever been behaved in that house since I was like 4. Maybe. I probably wasn't very well behaved at 4 there. Anyway, not the point. But that's kind of how that went. So.
Yeah, that was when she got really sick. We did not expect her to go that quickly, I guess. But it was kind of bizarre because, yes, she went quickly from all of a sudden maintaining this mystery illness that she had, that she went to the doctors throughout the last 2 years for, and they couldn't really pinpoint it. And they're like, well, you're not getting better, but you're also not getting worse.
And you're old.
So it was just kind of like, this was just sort of how she was living. And then all of a sudden she was hospitalized, and she went quickly. However, that was the most drawn out quickness was her end. And it's one of those times that I am really frustrated that I live an hour away, there's only so much I can do. I came out here a couple of times to help with things, but
Well, and you were called, I mean, let's just be honest, more than once to be told, hey, this is it, say your goodbyes.
yes. Yep.
I mean, she really stretched that out.
She sure did.
You know, she was like our intro, she's like, this is all about me, and I'm gonna bring the drama. So yeah, it was crazy. And of course, that was the second death of the year for us. Whoa, that's weird.
Grandma.
Okay, that was really weird. All of a sudden, the lights are all flickering, all creepy lights.
Serious? We've never experienced that. Oh my God. Oh God.
That.
I am.
Whoa. Okay.
Are you okay? Because I'm not.
No. I don't know. Would that be grandma, or I did say the second death? That was the second death of the year. Okay, that's fucked up. Is Dad electrocuting himself? What's going on? You know what? We're gonna pause for a
All right,
commercial
yeah,
break and
yeah,
come
yeah.
right back. Please hold. All right, that's fucked up. So like that continued on. We paused things for a little bit, but that continued on for like all the lights are fucking flickering and shit.
Yep.
But so what's weird is like we didn't lose power. Like nothing reset. Like the internet didn't drop. This recording equipment did not die out.
Right.
Like the internet's still up, and I don't know whether that's Pam or Grandma that's mad, but
Yeah, like I just asked you during the pause, how many years and times have we sat at this dining table, had dinner, had conversations? How many times has that happened? Ever.
Yeah, fucking officially zero.
Yeah.
That is, it's messed up. Like I don't have words.
I don't either. That was interesting.
All right. Brought to you by our special sponsor, Halloween Fuckery. What the? Ouija boards from Parker Brothers.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Jesus. Okay, that was. All right.
Do you want to take a trip to Toys R Us tomorrow and get a Ouija board?
Yeah. Well, if they were still open, speaking of fucking cemeteries, that's what a Toys R Us is. They're dead.
You're right.
We'll have to buy.
Shit.
Well, where's a reputable place? We can go to Walmart or Meijer and buy a Ouija board.
Right.
I mean, but do we need one? Apparently, we just have to turn on the soundboard.
I guess. What do we use as a planchet?
Yeah. Apparently, I just press like one of the. Do I just press a button?
Oh, there's a clear sugar bowl right there. If we just write some letters on this tablecloth, we'll just let it self slide around.
I'll tell you what it didn't do. Interrupt me ordering Spankies.
Oh, thank God.
Because I'm still working on that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I was like, I mean, I'll be honest, like, sitting here, like, moving the mouse all shaky, like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like a scene from, like, a cheap 90s scary movie. Like, we're having this conversation, like, haha, banter. And then the fucking chandelier starts, like, flashing.
Yeah.
And we both just slowly look up and then look at each other.
Like, that shit just happened,
Like,
right?
are you seeing this?
Like, this is happening in your reality too, right? Like, this is not not like a flashback from all the LSD and mushrooms, right? Like, this is fucking real.
Yeah, the sober one sees it too.
I'm sober right now.
Oh, well, proud of you.
Yep. Are you though? Are you? Yeah, by the way, scared to death. Still gonna talk shit about one another? Yeah. On the ride to hell, we're still gonna do it. Oh my God.
But apparently we need to tiptoe around the subjects at hand.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll just conclude by saying yes. 2 people passed away. Because I just was getting ready to talk about the second one when all the weirdness started, so I don't know which one was mad, but or both. But I'll tell you what I'm not going to do is wait around and find out. By the way, that's the only time your dog's ever scared me. Because he just like fucking starts coming up out of the corner of my eye and he's orange. Which, I don't know if you know much about nature, but orange is not a normal color for a household critter to be walking around in.
It's his pumpkin PJs. He's festive.
I'm sorry, his fucking what?
His pumpkin PJs. Look at him.
Come here, Chester.
Look at the pumpkins.
Yeah, he's got old man pumpkin PJs. That's. Do you want to do the buttons in the back so you can shit?
No, because his butthole's underneath.
Yeah, that's very convenient. Oh my god. Okay, well, it's important to say that Spanky's has been ordered.
Oh, thank God.
It says pickup time 60 minutes, so sorry, Josh. Seems like you're going to be hanging out in Fremont for a while. Oh, it is Friday, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, insert day of the week that it happens to be while you're listening. Wait, Friday's release day. It's Friday. So, wow. It's messed up. Like, Grandma, like we did an episode on you and Grandpa. Like that was like a whole, like We Are Family episode, like part 1 or whatever, part 1 or part 2, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like we did a whole thing on you, okay? Like I don't even know what words to use now. I don't.
Well, we'll just keep going. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Cause that wasn't weird. Anyway, I'm gonna put these headphones back on and pretend like everything is normal.
Everything. Well, that was our grandmother's mantra. If you don't talk about it, it didn't happen.
That's right. That's why all her children were perfect. All right, one last thing about Grandma, and then we'll move on to the Father's Day at the Department of Corrections. I've been cleaning. So I live in Grandma's house now. So y'all are fucking aware. I'm not cool enough to have my own place, apparently. But she's not using the house anymore. Sorry, I had to look up to make sure the lights didn't flicker. Fuck. I was joking, Grandma. Sort of. I did steal our sister's middle name, didn't I? I mean, people like set something down because they passed. I'm like, that's mine now. Anyway, so I was cleaning. We did the breezeway first, and then we moved on to the bathroom. Well, inside the bathroom, we decided to go through the cabinets, and we cleared out all the cabinets. And like, I think it's Grandma's favorite picture of her boys that have passed. She kept the T-shirt from Kent and Troy that are in her favorite picture because I found them in the bathroom. Now, I want you to know what she thought about me. Now, I want you to hold that thought, and I'm going to edit this so there's not a dramatic pause, but I'm going to show Sandra what I found.
Oh, God.
And I intentionally waited till we were on the mics for this shit.
Okay.
Sorry, I got to put my headphones back on.
All right.
I mean, that's the power of production. It doesn't even seem like time pass. Anyway.
It's all right. Time isn't real.
That's right. So this is what I found while cleaning. Do you recognize my shirt from 1998?
I sure do.
So next to her dead children's T-shirt is one of my T-shirts.
I can't imagine why she confiscated that.
I can't either. Could you describe it for our audience?
What Ryan has displayed before me is a lovely, average, probably size large, man's cotton gray T-shirt.
It was the 90s, so it's probably an extra large.
Oh, yeah.
Which at 115, it is large, but at 115 pounds fit me perfectly.
Yeah.
For a 90s fit.
That string bean that was my brother. So we have this cotton heather gray. There is a white man, the confidence of a white man on the front of the T-shirt, holding a bong, and it says marijuana. Can't we all just get a bong?
Now, I wanted to share that because, again, it was next to her dead children's shirts. So I wonder if she had a spot picked out for me. Because she must have thought I was next to fall on the Van Dyke curse list.
Probably.
I mean, by the way, if you were like Vegas odds, like it was more likely I was going to go than you.
Yeah.
And you have been like, I don't know, 16 minutes from death your entire life.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, nah, it's going to be Ryan. I'm going to set this shirt aside.
I can't believe that's the shirt you pulled out. Like,
I know out of all my fucking shirts, that one.
I'm shook.
Yeah, she confiscated that. There's no doubt about it because it was in the cleaning cabinet behind all the rags.
Got it.
Yeah. So, while Kent and Troy's t-shirts were in a different cabinet in the bathroom, not with the cleaning products and bleach and whatnot, but still. Anyway, I just thought that was worth sharing.
That was beautiful.
I know, thank you. And I mean, it's not as good as Grandpa Dave finding Uncle Jim's bong.
No, I really wish that.
I wish that was recorded.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how was that not on mic? And that's why you and I are different people, because we'd be like, hold that thought. I got to connect you to Bluetooth so I can record this.
Right. Oh my God.
So Father's Day at the Department of
Wait, I
Corrections.
want to back up a minute.
Okay.
So we came back from our grandmother's funeral, and we're reminiscing at this very dining table where we had had many conversations with her, and now she's gone. And who should waddle into the room because we got pizza? Ryan?
Huh?
Who was it?
I don't remember. Oh, Rebel.
Rebel.
Yeah, my little baby puppy.
Yep. And what did you say to him that I was a witness to?
I probably asked him how much pizza he wanted.
He waddled in here going,
Oh, yeah.
because he wanted pizza.
Yeah.
And you were rubbing his ears, and he was all smiley. And you said, Rebel, I love you, but you can't die on me. You got to last at least another week because God can't take 2 of his creatures today.
I said, God can't take his only 2 creatures that are happy to see me.
Okay.
Because once again, it's all about me.
And that dog really said, okay.
Yeah. He took that fucking command literal.
Uh-huh.
Because it was a week later.
A literal week later,
Mm-hmm.
Joshua is calling me. It's 2:00 in the morning, and he is hysterical, which is not on brand for Josh.
No.
He's, even when the situation's a little off, he's pretty calm and collected.
Dad, stupid house is on fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Too bad he's not.
I didn't get a
sitting here.
chance to save my game.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. You think it uploads to the cloud?
Oh my God. Yeah. So when he's like, at first a number called my phone that I kind of recognized it, but it wasn't into my caller ID. And I was like, oh, that's very strange because it was so late at night. But of course I'm up because I'm a night owl. And
Yeah, everybody gets calls from the 810 at 2 a.m. That's Flint, for those of you that don't know, anyway.
And I was like, I'm going to leave that alone. And then I thought about it for a second. I was just like, yeah, maybe someone butt dialed me. But I was like, the more likelihood that it's someone I know and they need help and it's just not on my phone. I was like, I should probably call them back. But as I'm like picking up my phone to call them back, it rings again. It's the same number. And I was like, if they're calling again, I was like, I better pick up. And I realize it's Josh on the line, and then that's when it clicks. I'm like, oh, it's Ryan's old work phone. That's why I recognize the number. And Josh is just like, he didn't say anything. He just said, he's not breathing. And I'm like, at first I thought he was talking about you. And I was like, oh, shit. And
I rarely breathe. That's why I have a CPAP machine.
And I was like, honey, who? And he's like, the dog. And I was like, oh, my God. My head's in my hands. I was like, Rebel, you motherfucker.
Now, hold on. To be clear, once you found out it was the dog, you were then concerned. When you thought it was me, you were just like, we need clarification. You
No,
find out that it's the
no.
dog, and you're like,
no,
oh
no,
my
no.
God, no. By the
Stop.
way, I agree with you, but fucking love that dog.
So he's telling me the dog is having problems. And when he is telling me what his symptoms are, I was like, oh no. I'm like, this dog's actively dying. And like Josh and his sister, like they moved around with you guys a lot as kids. Like yes, you guys have had pets, but also you've had to rehome a lot of pets because of your housing situation. The next one doesn't allow it. Like just they've never really start to finish completed having a pet. And so and Ryan I know is traveling. So I'm realizing at this moment Josh is experiencing the death of a pet, which I don't think he has ever actually experienced. He's elbows deep in this situation, and his father's not home to help him through this. And I was like, holy shit. And I just told, I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't want to tell him that the dog was dying. I was like, maybe he'll make it till morning, but I was like, but
I told him he was having a heart attack and to stay with him.
yeah. When he's just like, well, I don't know what to do. And I was just like, well, I was like, you can lay with him, you can stay with him. But I said, tomorrow's my dialysis day, but I said I will switch my shift and I'll just come to Fremont and help you with whatever you need help with. And I was like, if he passes during the night before I get there, I said, you can cover him with a sheet. I told him where the sheets were in Grandma's house. And I was like, when I get there and I can get there, I was like, I'll be there for you. But I was like, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm like, this is, the whole time I was like so mad about the whole situation because I was like, what the hell is happening? I'm like, Ryan had to deal with the bulk of Grandma's death, her end of life being, finally got over that. And I was like, he finally went back to work. He's not home and his dog is dying. I'm like, what is even happening in the universe right now that one person gets all of this all at once? I'm like, this is so fucked. And when I got off the phone with Josh and I was like, okay, I'll come in the morning. I was so angry for you. I just sat on the couch and sobbed. Cause I was like, I was like, why? Cause I love that dog too, but I love you so much that I was so mad for you that all of this was happening. And I stayed up for an extra I was going to go to bed, but I got that phone call. And then I stayed up for an extra 2 hours. And I was just, even though I was exhausted, I was just so angry. I just couldn't figure out life, I guess. Which I'm sure you, to a degree, felt the same way. But I'm sure yours was more just pure sadness. It was it was really it was an experience, and I was like, of course all of this is happening because that's just how our life is always going. It's always fucking something. But I was like, God damn it.
No, I just stayed in my hotel room and cried.
Yeah.
I didn't go to sleep. Went into work the next day. Pretended everything was fine. I was supposed to spend the evening with this lovely young lady. Explained to her the situation, and she was like, yeah, you should probably not go out. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be pretty miserable. I'm not going to be a lot of fun. And she was like, hey, I saw you at work and you seem fine. I was like, I'm really good at compartmentalizing. Yeah. It's my specialty. Have you heard my podcast?
I was going to say, in our family.
Yeah.
Guess what?
And she understood. So, or maybe she didn't because she kind of ghosted me after that. She left me on red. She'd be like, yeah, next time you're in town, we should hang out. And then, yeah, it didn't. So, well, that sucked. But that was, going through Grandma was one thing, but my dog, man, losing Rebel fucking wrecked me.
Yeah.
I love my grandma, don't get me wrong, but I love dogs more than people. Like by default,
Yeah.
I see a dog 100% of the time. I'm like, we're going to be fucking best friends.
Right.
I see a person. I'm like, you're sus as fuck. You're going to have to prove your worth to me. But a dog, I'm like, bitch, jump in the car. We're going to fucking Costco. I'm buying you a fucking crate of fucking pig ears.
Yep.
A human, I'm like, yeah, you're fucking starving because you're an asshole. Fuck you. You know? I mean, maybe not quite that extreme. With the dogs, that extreme, but not with the... So on my way home, back from Cleveland, I stopped at Costco and I picked up a bunch of dog treats. And on my way home, out of all the places I've lived, which is a lot because I'm a weirdo, I stopped by every dog's house who I knew and brought them a Costco-sized bag of treats.
Aw.
Everyone was appreciative except for my ex-wife.
Because that dog loves you a lot more than it loves her.
Yeah. Because, I'm like the awesome parent for that dog. That dog's like, all right, if I'm seeing Ryan, like, this is going to be fucking sweet. Because, like, when this dog, Eeyore, got to come over and visit with me for a week, he was never allowed to hang out with me ever again, said my ex-wife. Because he hung out with me for a week, and him and Rebel ate whatever Josh and I ate. I ordered pizza. They got their own pizza. I made pork chops. They each got their own pork chops. When I made steaks, they each got their own fucking ribeyes. I mean, every night. And Josh is sitting there like, well, we're eating really good this week. So yeah, I also stepped up my game and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going all out. So, and then he just sits there and eats pig ears and treats and whatnot the whole time. Like I'm like, hey, it's not dinner time. You can have a snack. Here's some turkey jerky. Yep, that's his diet food. That's his carrot stick is turkey jerky. So yeah, he has a rough time when he hangs out with me. And Amy said he was a dick for the next week when he got home, which is probably true.
So yeah, I wasn't trying to bring things down with that, but like the circumstances of it all was just, I didn't have words. I was in disbelief that this was now happening. And I was like, of course, why not?
Yeah, it was sufficiently bad enough where, hold your hat on this. I went and had a beer at a sports bar.
Did you know?
I did.
Wow.
Now, for those of you that know me, me and the word sport, bar, and beer, none of those things go with the name Ryan.
No, they do not.
I don't drink. I don't care about sport ball. And why would I drink? First of all, if I was going to drink anything, why would it be beer? That stuff's disgusting.
It sure is.
Like all alcohol is disgusting, but beer is disgusting and it takes a lot to get you stupid.
Uh-huh.
So it's like extra dumb. And also, do you know how many fucking carbs that is? You have to account for that later? Ugh. That's why I had to make up for it when I ate. I just had some lemon pepper chicken wings. Traditional, not boneless. Boneless chicken wings are fucking chicken tenders, you goddamn children. Stop that shit. Be a grown up and get traditional.
I always get boneless.
Because you're a child.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
But it was fun. I went to a sport bar. Shout out to Winking Lizards for that. It's a Cleveland thing. I don't know. It's better than Buffalo Wild Wings. Not that sets a very high bar.
I was going to say.
Sorry, B-dubs. Because I have to tell you, B-dubs is actually worse than McDonald's. Because like McDonald's, I've never been thankful I've ate there when I'm done. But B-dubs, I'm not thankful I ate there before I even get my food most of the time. It's just, I don't know. I just don't care for it. Yeah, let's talk about something more upbeat. Let's talk about prison.
Let's.
Oh my God. So I don't remember which episode it was already, but Sandra found out live on mic that her father had been to prison more times than she knew about.
Yep.
So yeah, she didn't know that our dad had went to prison before he met our mother and for the armed robbery thing. Anyway, spent 2 years for that and then came back here, started playing in a rock band because that's what you do. And
It was the 80s.
yeah. And then met our mom and was like, all right, well, the band's together. I'm out of the pen. I'm going to knock this bitch up.
Yep.
A lot. So from 1982 to 1989, they're making babies.
Yeah, she took one look at that bass player and was like, ooh, he's cute. I wonder how he can ruin my life.
Yeah. She's like, I need a project.
Yep.
Yeah. It's that project did not turn out on how you would show something on the DIY network.
No.
So anyway, let's talk about prison. We covered in We Are Family how our father went to prison again. So I was 15 at the time, so that would make David 13, Christina 10, and you what, 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that wasn't weird. Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't weird at all.
Why wasn't it weird?
I was just trying to normalize drug addiction in prison, if you'll excuse me. A lot of people went through that. It was the 90s. It was a crazy time.
It sure was.
So, but we wanted to be good children. So we went and visited. So our grandmother, Lois, may her memory be eternal, took us up there. Or down, technically, it was Jackson. So we went to Jackson. And that was always a fun time. Because, well, first of all, prison's different than jail. So like we were really excited about prison. I know that sounds weird to say out loud, but we were excited about prison because in prison you get to have like in-person visits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first time we were visiting him, he was behind glass.
Yeah, for over a year.
Yeah.
Waiting for trial. Yeah.
And we all had to take turns talking to him on the little phone like you see on like Barry.
Yeah.
See people, on the other side of the glass. You got to pick up the little phone. It's literally sounds like a tin can with a string.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just all of us trying to crowd into this little cubicle with all these other families that were there, and our grandmother, and yeah, it was it was our new normal. And then when he got sent to the cotton facility.
Hold on 1 second. There's something I really want to point out about that time in prison.
Okay.
And I know this is going to sound trivial to you, but it's just who I am. I remember thinking, oh, fucking footwear in here is disgusting. And there's a reason why I say that. Those motherfuckers all had to wear Crocs. And you wouldn't believe what happened just a few years later. Every uppity motherfucker's like, oh, I got to get me a pair of those.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, those are fucking jail shoes. What are you doing? Anyway, sorry. That just stuck with me.
My most...
Yeah, I know. I'm a real manly man. I'm like, oh my God, can you believe the footwear in there?
What I remember the most about it is all of the cubbies, cubicle areas were just like painted this brown.
But the paint was chipping off so you can see what it was. Yeah.
Correct. So it's chipped, but that's a great point, which was going to be one of my points. It reminded me of like the bathrooms at like a state campground where everything's just been like carved. They paint over it. The teenagers come and carve shit in it again. And everything's just so broken. And they're just like, nah, this is good enough. This is what they get. Like, that's what it reminded me of, was being in the stalls of one of those bathrooms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm like, why is this so disgusting?
You're like, how is it I can be surrounded by cops but still feel like I'm about to get raped?
Correct.
It's like, this is a real conundrum.
Yeah. When the visiting areas, like, obviously nothing is built there for the comfort of their state visitors.
No.
But the families of the state visitors are treated just the same.
Correct. Unlike prison, where you get treated slightly better than the prison. They don't stick anything in your ass. So, slightly better.
Well, they certainly gave you a side eye if you wore your 90s giant denim bibs and you had to work.
God.
Hold on, we'll tell that story later.
Oh my God. Yeah. So like like if you want to visit somebody in prison, I don't know if it's still the same. Thankfully, I don't know. Like there's a process. Like you got to go up. Everybody has to have like photo IDs. And if you're too young for a photo ID, you have to have a birth certificate and like you have to verify it. Like I remember one time I got in trouble. Like dad told me, he's like, don't ever do that again. Because this lady went to go visit her whatever and their boy toy husband, something. I don't fucking know. But she was turned away because she didn't have a driver's license. She used a passport. Now,
It's still an ID, though.
it's not an acceptable form of ID.
Huh.
And so this lady was pissed and she was getting mad and she realized pretty quick, don't yell, just walk away. And me, like, I'm weird. So I read everything. And like, by the way, like when you go in and check in for a visit, they're not in a hurry to go get the prisoner and say,
Absolutely
hey,
not.
we have some good news for you. Like you're going to wait a while. Like waiting 45 minutes is a short wait.
Yeah.
So I get bored and I just pace around because I don't know, later on in life, you're going to be shocked to hear I got diagnosed with ADD while I sit here and talk to you under the influence of Ritalin. So yeah, and this is me medicated. Ha ha. So I read everything, including they had all the rules posted and I knew them verbatim. So I walked up to this woman and I looked at her and I want you to know I'm a long-haired hippie. I'm probably wearing a tie-dye.
Uh-huh.
And I grabbed her and I looked her right in the eyes and I said, paragraph 14, bullet point 14, paragraph 2, third sentence. It lists the acceptable forms of ID. Fourth bullet point, U.S. passport.
Oh.
And she just stared at me and I pointed at the rules and she walked over there. She read it and she's like, hey, fucker. And dad's like, don't ever fucking do that shit again. You're going to make things bad for whoever she was visiting and then for me too.
Oh my God.
Because you proved them wrong. And I'm like, it's just the rules. It's their rules.
Right.
Why would they get mad for pointing out their own rules? He's like, you don't understand how things work. And I'm like, because like for me, I'm like, rules are fucking great because I mean, not just because they're like meant to be broke, but it's like, it gives you the dynamic of the interaction you have to have. Like, you know, if I didn't have like a rule stating I can't tell a guard to suck my cock, you know, God only knows what I'd say. So I was thankful. It tells you how to interact and it tells you like how this, because like a lot of my assholery is because I don't get social interaction. I don't understand it. But like these rules tell me how to interact with people. Mm-hmm. And that's really helpful for me. So, but I was trying to explain it. I'm like, it doesn't say in the rules I'm not supposed to tell other people what the rules are. That's weird. Anyway, so that happened. But the cool thing, like we got in there and you guys are going to be shocked by this. If you brought a bag of fucking quarters, you could go to the vending machines.
Big bag.
Big bag of quarters because shit wasn't cheap in there.
Gallon bag.
Yeah, like this is even in that. And they only let you like bring in like $5 or $10 per person.
Yep.
But like a freaking sandwich is like, you know, $4.75 or something.
Uh-huh.
So I get dad a Verner's.
That was the only time he could have one.
That's the only time, yep. And I would get him a microwave burger. And he'd sit down and he'd eat. And let me tell you something. When you're a prisoner and you're used to Michigan Department of Corrections food and you get a microwave hamburger, you're living life.
Oh, and you
Got it, flown it, got it, flown it. You never had nothing quite like me. Say what you gonna, I'm a real king.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I added that drop.
I do remember you also bringing him a packet of mustard and mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
And he always struggled to open them. He was trying to get it with his teeth, and he couldn't get it. And I just remember it being a whole thing. And then he had scarfed the whole thing as we're info loading him with our teenage lives. Mm-hmm. And then once he finished, he's doing one of these things with his mouth. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, yeah, I think I'll take another one of those.
Yeah. It's like, did you taste the first one? And by the way, we're telling him like all the very important things, like science class is hard. I mean,
Yep.
I wasn't. I was skipping school, but whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, meanwhile, we're just like info dumping on him, like, hi, there's an outside world, and you're not allowed to know about it unless we come in here and tell you. And it was weird. It really was. And like, oh yeah, so like after you get checked in, like when you go to like, you don't just like, all right, cool, you're prisoners here. All right, come on in. No. Like you got to go into this separate like room and there's a metal detector and there's 2 angry guards. One man, one woman.
Yep.
And they're never happy.
No.
It's like, I mean, that's the thing I can't like describe is like they were not happy.
If you try to make conversation with them, they would not respond to it.
And that's suspicious as fuck, apparently.
Yeah.
That's not in the rules. But yeah, it means you're suspicious as fuck if you try to be nice to them. Mm-hmm. Because you're trying to sneak some shit in.
Yep.
Which, I mean, who would be dumb enough to try to sneak something into a prison? Well, a lot of people. So we can have that talk in a minute. But anyway, you go through the metal detector and yet still they want to pat you down.
Uh-huh.
And like, you're not supposed to like accuse the corrections officer of being gay. It's like, you just had me walk through the thing and you're still going to feel me up. Like, if you're just going to feel me up, just fucking feel me up. Why do I got to walk through the fucking sterilization machine? It makes you so you can't have kids. Haha, joke's on them. I fucking made a lot of them, apparently. But why do I got to do that? And they didn't give a fuck. They're just like, no, we're just going to feel you up like a goddamn, creepy uncle that we lock up in here. That was acceptable, I guess. But then you'd get to go inside and you'd get to sit down in the chairs. And like our dad would be sitting against the wall. Mm-hmm. And say, oh, cool, he gets to come. No, he does not get to come over. No, he does not. No, he does not. A guard has to come by and pick him up from the chair at the wall like a fucking wallflower at a high school dance and be like, would you like to dance with these fucking idiots? And then he can sit down with you. But don't ever put your hands in your pocket. And that's why those quarters had to be in a clear gallon bag because they could never be in your pockets. Hands always had to be visible. It was... I never really understood him.
Yeah, the guard would move him from the chair to the seating that was pre-picked out for us. And then the entire time during the visit, he is not allowed to leave his chair. So we're, sitting with him. We're allowed, and our grandma is allowed to go up to the vending machine and get food for us, for him, whatever. But he is not allowed to. He could stand and give us a hug, but that was it.
Yeah, and even like you could give a hug, but it was still weird.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as he stood up, like the guard was like fucking eyeballing you hard to make sure you're not trying to like sneak him some heroin.
Yep.
Hey, so speaking of smuggling heroin into a prison, I wasn't a visit I was there for, but apparently somebody did. And the prisoner then decided like he wanted to use the bathroom when he got in because, he really wanted to, shoot up. And so he went to the bathroom and he tried to close the door to the bathroom. And the guy was like, oh, hell no. And they kicked the shit out of that guy. But not first. First, they drug him out by his leg. And the reason why it's important that I mentioned they drug him out by his leg is because he was wearing a cast. He had a broken leg. And apparently like put the drugs in his cast and then was like, oh, I'll just go use this shitter so I can shoot up. And I guess that guy didn't make it out of the visitor's room. Because that's the other thing. Like, you don't just be like, all right, our visit's done, ha ha, ha, and walk away and leave.
Right.
Like, no, you got to go sit over here. And then when a guard's available, they open the door and let you out because they got to make sure like nobody extra tries to go. And you got your little visitor badge thing and they got to like match you up and make sure that, you're not trying to swap places with somebody for $20. And yeah, it's all weird. But yeah, it was, Con College is like a unique experience. Oh, yeah. And you're not allowed to smoke in the parking lot.
Yep.
Which is bullshit because I couldn't smoke in grandma's van.
Yep.
Now, I'm telling you this because it's important for you to. I was not 18. So I wasn't old enough to be smoking. 18 was the age of smoking then. And so I wasn't old enough to be. So I'm like 15 walking in there with a fucking cigarette, throwing it off to the side to go in. And, at a prison, I figured they didn't care about civil infractions. They're more after felonies. So, that was, but Cotton, man, that facility in Jackson, they were just dicks.
Yep.
All the time. But I guess that's how all the facilities in Jackson are. because he was at that other one on his second bid for a while.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, yeah. So he got out. Okay. Well, do you want to tell any stories about Cotton before we move on? That's the Robert Cotton facility.
Yeah. Well, I know. Do you want to tell the story about Christina and her bibs?
Oh God, yeah, we got to do that. Yeah, yeah. So by all means, San. Enough of me talking.
I remember one time we went. I was probably about 10 years old, and I don't know how or why, but we forgot my birth certificate. Mm-hmm. And Grandma was, oh my God, she was pissed. An understatement. And because it was ultimately our mother's responsibility to make sure all of those things were together in their own gallon bag. So all of our shits together, and by the time we got back home, Mom could put them back in the safe or whatever. But for some reason, mine wasn't in the bag. And
which, by the way, somehow was my fault. And I didn't even live with you guys. I was living with Grandma and Grandpa.
So the other thing is, so the Cotton facility is in Jackson. We live in Fremont. That is a 2.5-hour drive, one way. Mm-hmm. So we've made the trek and realized in the lobby of the prison facility, as we're trying to okay, we need to see your IDs. Grandma can't find mine in the bag. And we went out in the vehicle to look. It's not out there. She just realized she didn't bring it. And she's just like, well, we drove. She's like, we've been here a million times. You know who she is. You know who she's here to see.
Yeah, there was no mystery.
Yeah, she's like, can't you just let her in? They're like, we obviously know you're not going to mix her up with a prisoner. Grandma just could not get them to agree to anything. And they're just like, no, we can't let her in. She's just like, well, everybody else has their IDs. And there was a woman in the lobby. She was probably in her mid-30s. And she just very kindly was just like, well, I live kind of in the area. She's like, I'm here to see, I don't know if it was her brother or what the deal was. She's like, oh, well, how about you guys go in and visit your person for 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. She's like, I will just sit out in the lobby with this little girl and make sure she's taken care of.
The 90s were such a different time.
Right. So
in a prison, by the way.
In a prison.
That's where you could meet the most trustworthy people.
Uh-huh. So
because they're in the lobby.
Thankfully, this woman actually did sit out in the lobby with me. She had a deck of cards in her purse. We played solitaire. We played Go Fish. I drew some pictures. I don't know. Kept ourselves busy. So I thankfully was not sex trafficked.
Yeah, that was good.
By this stranger that was just like, yeah, I'll watch her.
They'd have returned your weird gremlin ass.
They sure did. They're like, oof, not this one. And Grandma's like, she's like, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave you out here and go visit my son, because she's like, we came all this way, and I brought 3 other kids with me that remembered their shit, and
personal responsibility.
Yeah, so that was an odd experience, but it happened, and I'm still here.
You are. I thought I was gonna be staying in the lobby with you.
Yeah.
This will kill the buzz. And but Christina, that wasn't the same visit when Christina wore the bibs, right?
No, because I made it into the room with the metal detector.
Okay. So tell the story about our wonderful sister Christina, who you guys got to hear more about in the episode that had already come out that I'm still doing post-editing on while we're doing this episode. But anyway, Christina, favorite color's clear. We love her so much.
Uh-huh. But always the height of fashion. Mm-hmm. It is the 90s.
That's right.
So picture it. 13-year-old blonde girl in her oversized Tweety Bird t-shirt and her oversized denim bibs.
Hold on. Just one quick moment. We need to insert a sponsor spot. Thank you very much, Spanky's Pizza, for providing us dinner that I had to pay for. And also, a special shout out to Joshua, who went and got the food on his way back from work, where he works very proudly for a company called No Free Rides. You need to pay your sponsorship money. And he has
Are you committing a crime?
spray paint. Why don't you tell your aunt? Did you step on the dog?
No, that was him making that noise.
Okay. So why don't you tell your aunt how many cans of spray paint you have?
Well, I thought getting all 30 was kind of ridiculous. So I only got 6.
Why did you buy the spray paint?
Because it was $1.
It was on clearance. How much is it normally?
$8.97.
And how much did you pay for it?
$6.36.
Per can?
$1.
$1 per can. That's right. And what do you plan on using the spray paint on?
I don't know. It's to be determined.
You bought it because it was $1.
A child after my own heart.
So Sandra, if you need any discount spray paint.
Is this at your work?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? An automotive?
No. It's water. It's water-based.
Well, I looked at the spray paint today, and I didn't see this.
It's all in the clearance aisle.
Oh,
It used to be $7 on clearance.
interesting. Cool.
A lot of things are in clearance right now. We're doing inventory.
Editor's note. Josh is going to get us all plates so we can pause the episode and pick up after we start shoving food in our fucking faces. So anyway, Christina, height of fashion.
Yeah, so she's wearing the Tweety Bird with attitude. There's a big thing. Looney Tunes dressed like gang members on oversized T-shirts.
First of all, it was the 90s. Everything was oversized.
Yeah, correct. But the characters on the T-shirt were also wearing oversized garments.
Yes. Because it was the 90s.
It was the 90s. So she's wearing this outfit, and we go into the room with the metal detectors, and she goes through, like, we knew certain things would set the metal detector off, like obviously buttons on her pants and whatever else. But they're like, well, it keeps setting off the metal detector, and she's trying to now clasp.
Hold on. Anyway, hold on. How did she know how to get through the metal detector? The guard told us how to get through the metal detector without setting it off. So continue.
Yeah, so she's now trying to clasp her hands over the metal buckles of the overalls.
So she rolled up the bibs because they were also too loose because they're huge, and that was also part of the style. So she rolled the extra fabric of the actual bib itself over the buckles to help shield it, puts her hands over it, and
It didn't work.
Because the guard followed up with, you need to walk as slow as possible.
That's right. Yep.
And so here's Christina. Got her bibs all rolled up so they almost fit proper. And she's got her hands over the clasp and she's creeping through it, ironically like a cartoon villain.
I was going to say, it's giving Jerry sneaking past a sleeping Tom.
Yeah, and she makes it through.
Why aren't our cameras up? Josh is doing a perfect impression.
And she made it through. So anyway, if you want to know how to make it through a metal detector. Oh, but we got to go into the prison and visit.
Yep.
Because the guards taught us how to trick the metal detector.
Yep.
Oh, this is where I need to play Aerosmith's Janie Got Her Gun, but I don't have it loaded. Editor's note.
Okay.
Insert the song. Anyway, but yeah, it's that's how we got through.
Yep.
And we got to visit and got to feed Dad microwave cheeseburgers out of the vending machine.
I mean, it was the highlight of his month.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, give me a fucking Verner's and a fucking cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I'm done with that one, get me another one.
Yeah, and it was always weird because I was like, all right, you want me just to get you 2? And he's like, no, just take one. Just take one.
Right?
I don't want to use up all the change. You guys got to eat.
Right. He had to pace himself.
Yeah, I'm like, Dad, we're fucking going to IHOP after this and having fucking Belgian waffles. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. We're going to the Dandy Randy.
Oh, yeah.
So Grandma can get gas.
Yes.
You can get cigarettes. And we can get snackies.
Yeah, they were real strict about IDing back in the 90s, dude. They just looked at me and like, oh, yes, you're a criminal. You're clearly not working for the police. Have a pack of smokes.
And then we went to IHOP.
Yes, then we went to IHOP.
Or Bob Evans.
Yeah, where David and I would have. Actually, it was Bob Evans because it was the one on Grand Rapids, south end by the airport. Was that Cascade or whatever?
Yeah, I drove by it the other day coming back from Audrey's and I almost started crying.
Memories. All right, we're totally not going to pause right now to eat. If you like the podcast you just heard, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, check us out at patreon.com/pessimism and Pop-Tarts. There are special benefits for members, such as ad-free listening, early access, and free and discounted merch for members. There's a plan for any budget, from tent campers to those of you MFers throwing around RV money. You can also get the latest updates on our website, pessimismandpoptarts.com. Whether you're a patron or just like the show, please tell your friends. And if you hate the show, you know what? Tell your enemies, because frankly, they sound awesome. Anyway, until next time.
And more music.